Hello, welcome to the season/series finale of Villains Wanted. It's been a wild journey, and it all is building to this. I am Eric Scott DeB. I am a member here at the Dungeon Scrawlers, long time, usually the GM, and I rarely get to play, and I really enjoy it. Play Nikolaus, the really solidly built necromancer who's going to save the day, maybe. I want to tell you about our dice partners. Norse Foundry creates metal dice. That's their specialty. When you roll them, it feels like you're swinging powerful metal weapons that will do extra damage as opposed to those small little plastic weapons. Professional note, if you drop the D4, however, make sure you find it before you walk anywhere. Also, Phoenix Dice, named after the creature that rises from the ashes, made of all recyclable material for saving the planet and saving your party when you need that natural 20. And take it away, Yang Yang.
Yo, what's up, everybody? My name's Yang Yang Wang. I'm still recovering a little bit from a something, and pardon any cracks in my voice or whatever. But I am, number one, a Wizard of the Coast employee, so all thoughts and opinions are my own and do not represent the company. But it is of my personal opinion that there is going to be an awesome new book coming out next week by our very own Aaron M. Evans. It is called Relics of Ruin, and you should go check it out. If you haven't heard about the series, you should start with the very first one, Empire of Exiles, but this is the sequel coming out next week. And tonight, we are actually going to be giving away 3 copies of Relics of Ruin, but in audiobook form. So type in !ticket into the chat for your chance to win an audiobook version of this book that will be released next week. And the only thing is that you have to get it through Google Play. So if you are living in a place where Google Play does not serve, then unfortunately, you can't win, but you could still enter, and then, I could just disqualify you later. Choose your own adventure. All right, Allie.
Hi, everybody. Taking a drink of water. Remember to hydrate. I am Alexandra Pitchford, or Allie for short. I am a writer, game designer, and TTRPG streamer, and I am playing Lady Hellblade tonight, as I have been this entire ride. What will she do? Will she be good? Will she be evil? Let's find out. But I'd also like to take the chance to tell you about one of our sponsors, which is, as ever, Idle Champions. Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms is a strategy game that unites iconic Dungeons & Dragons characters from novels, campaigns, and popular shows into one epic adventure, including Farida, Havilar, and Mehen from the Brimstone Angels novels. The game is available for PC and Mac on Steam and Web, Epic Game Store, Google Play, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, iPad, iPhone, and on all Android devices. For more information, check out idlechampions.com. And don't forget, there's usually some kind of seasonal event going on, so check it out. You could get some cool stuff, characters, skins, I don't know, but just check it out. All right, I'm done.
Who's after you, Allie?
This is going to be Roz. Roz looked excited.
Oh. I'm Roz. I'm over here from Quest Keep. It's been an absolute pleasure and a delight to play Hemlock, your little platypus druid. I'm really excited for our finale. And thank you very much for having me again. And I will, I guess this time, throw over to... take it away. I guess she's back playing Apathy.
Ooh.
Hi, yeah, I'm Amanda Cherry. Tonight I'm playing Apathy Blue, the half rogue, half warlock tiefling who really does not care about you or anyone else. I'm being told, oh no, that's not me. There's stuff coming up on my screen. The fun thing about me tonight is that I can't find my glasses, so I can't see anything that's going on the screen. But that's okay, because everything is so atmospheric that I will be able to follow along without even seeing the looks on my fellow players' faces. So that'll be fun.
This is fine.
It's fine. We're all fine here. Situation normal.
It'll be fine. All right, Jake. I guess we're ready.
Okay. Yeah. Hello, everybody. So I am the last one here. My name is Jake Hipsch. I'll be RGM. I'll be playing every character other than Apathy, Tucher, Nikolaus, Lady Hellblade, and Hemlock. And it has been such a pleasure to come to our finale here. I was away last week, sick with the sickness that I think Yang Yang now has. We somehow transferred it digitally to one another. However, I'm excited to return to see how things conclude, and I'm excited for you all to join us to see as our party faces off against William Blakely E Galahad, the CEO of Galahad Corporation, and his wicked plans to corrupt a true resurrection spell. As we come into our session this evening, and as we come into the climax and finale of our game, much has occurred. While there's so much to catch us up about, I'll touch on a few key points. Our party, after having broken into the back rooms of the Galahad Corporation, a corporation that hires heroes out as villains for lower level adventurers and heroes to kind of keep the status quo, to make sure people know that there is villainy and that they can defeat villains, and everybody's happy. After breaking into the back rooms, our party here learned that something was amiss, that there was a party of heroes off in the plane of limbo, and that there seemed to be some sort of room filled with jars. Apathy, using some clever deceptions among other things, this is where we left you. And you all dove your way through the portal to Limbo. We kind of did some hand waviness as you had followed along, but eventually you sort of vanished from the crew. And we're going to come back to exactly what you got up to while you were away. But the crew, everyone else, fought their way through Limbo. Using the power they mined, they constructed various castles, keeps, items, the like, and they fought against dangerous aberration frog creatures called the Slod. They saved the heroes that were stranded there, and they investigated a secret vault maintained by William Blakely E Galahad, filled with the souls of your former employees. Over years, Galahad had been collecting souls to help fuel and empower his corrupted true resurrection ritual, a ritual designed to imbue him with additional life. Similar to that of a lich, he is trying to maintain himself for as long as possible. While in the plane of Limbo, Lady Hellblade, you acquired the Petitioner's Blade, a blade that lets you tell your story. And based upon whether or not you predominantly go good aligned, neutral aligned, or evil aligned in terms of your actions, the blade will transform as it sees fit. Making your final farewells to one another and actually kind of preparing for the plunge, our party, except for Apathy, shared secrets, talked to one another, resolved latent traumas and challenges. If, for instance, Lady Hellblade, you and Nikolaus talking about why exactly, Lady Hellblade, you joined the organization in the first place. And then you all took the plunge, returning back to Galahad Corporation, where you found that things were fairly in turmoil. Aspen Clambroth, now current union rep, had allied with you, supported you in your arrival, and has imbued Lady Hellblade with the Foresight spell, a 9th level spell that lets Lady Hellblade see briefly into the future for the next couple hours. Discovering that in their travel from Limbo to the material plane, they were delayed due to some careful, cunning arcane work by William Blakely E Galahad. The party discovered that they only had a couple of, like about a half an hour or so, maybe an hour, to get over to the central square where the ritual was going to take place. Fighting some of the agents, they learned that Galahad had mind-controlled many of the Galahad agents, and that many are under his control at this moment in time, acting as servants. Racing through the streets, our party have arrived, joining the throng of heroes, not only Galahad agents, but just regular heroes of the realm, all gathering together because Nikolaus and all of you have been announced as true villains, a vampire lord and his lieutenants. And Frederick, who can bench 220 if he hasn't told you recently, has been imbued with William Blakely's power and now stands as a champion of Galahad to defeat the Vampire Lord and his lieutenants. But Apathy, you knew a lot of this. When you traveled to the plane Limbo, there was an opportunity for you, while the party was sort of resting, recovering, and setting about their own mission, you actually saw an opportunity with your criminal organization background. The capacity for you to sort of have your own networks. You've been in the biz for a while, and you were called back to the material plane. You separated with the party easy. You just drift off into a shadow, vanish for a moment. And audience, I had Apathy roll 3d20s prior to the start of our session. And Apathy, those were above 15, it sounded like, for each one of them, or at least close to it.
It was a 12, a 16, and a 17.
It's perfect. Yeah,
And
a 12, 16, and 17.
I have no idea what this is going to mean.
And Apathy, I want you can, over the course of the last chunk of hours, apply these rolls, and I'm going to give you 3 options to apply these to. You can use one of the rolls to get additional information, one of the rolls to get a potential item, and one of the rolls to get an ally. In what order do you want to apply these rolls to see what you get?
Let's go with the 17 for an item, the
Yep.
16 for information, and the 12 for an ally, because she doesn't really like people.
Awesome. Yeah, sure. 100%. And that checks out for Apathy. Awesome. As you started searching around, making your preparations, you were contacted by a colleague of yours named Catastrophe. Catastrophe is a diviner wizard, and they work within Galahad Corporation, and they use their portents, right, in their villainous way to sort of make catastrophes happen and then immediately lose, and among other things. And Apathy, as you joined up with them with year 12, they directed you to saying, hey, something seems amiss. Ever since your friends, also, first off, let me just say, I'm so sorry for what happened. Okay, yeah, no, done. Yeah, of course, yeah. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. You don't, he doesn't deserve you. Okay, I'm done now. Anyway, so Catastrophe kind of set you on a path to start investigating, hey, what's going on within Galahad Corporation, especially with the quota dropping, especially with perfect potions, potion paradise, right? Perfect potions perfectly produced, bringing in all of their potions constantly, and the merger that was going on between the two of you, you started investigating that. With your 16 in info, you started uncovering the secrets yourself. With a 16, that's pretty good. You started learning that Perfect Potions had been brewing a specific Galahad Corporation brand of potion for William Blakely. This potion, as you were investigating it, you're not supernaturey, but you know that they've been putting a special ingredient into this potion, and they've been smuggling it into and kind of infusing every Perfect Potion drink for the last month or so. You also learned at this time that Galahad had hidden away some unique magic items. With your 17 on your check, you managed at one point in time to get your hands on this cache of items, Apathy. And I need you to roll for me a d4.
Oh, I gotta find one of those. There they are. Four.
A
Nice.
4. Wow. You managed to get your hands on a wand, Apathy. This wand, as you see, looks to be very rainbow colored in shape and structure. You can see that like you had caught wind that William Blakely was sort of manufacturing wands and doling them out, but carving off his own insignia, his own branding for it. This one, you get your hands on it. Now, you're no stranger. You're a pretty savvy adventurer. And this is a wand of prismatic spray. As you get your hands on this, you hear the door lock behind you.
Oops.
I'm sorry, Apathy. But we knew it was coming to this. As you turn, both Catastrophe and William Blakely E Galahad are standing in the room. Blakely snaps his fingers and all goes dark.
Great.
As we come into our adventure, Apathy, you open your eyes to William Blakely's voice. I see that the heroes... No, I'm wrong. The villains are there. Heroes, slay them. And you see the oldest man you can possibly imagine standing there, pointing. You are laying sideways on a wooden stage. Surrounding you are hundreds of Potion Paradise potions, all around you. And you can see that William Blakely Galahad is standing on some sort of runic circle. High above you, you see that a spotlight is coming down from an arcane tower, pointing over your shoulder. You can't really see where it's pointing to. And you hear a mass of people cheering and roaring their support. Next to William Blakely Galahad Apathy are Catastrophe and the most jacked, clearly bench 220 fighter you have ever seen, clad in like moist leathers, like way too hot for these type of leathers, and wielding this wicked looking umbral blade. Apathy. It dawns on you that you are laying on this ritual circle. And I want to ask, what goes through Apathy's mind at this moment in time?
Not this again.
Perfect. You say, not this again. And we cut for a moment as our encounter begins. Lady Hellblade, you stand beside your colleagues. Tucher stands there. Nikolaus, every one of you has been cast seeming. You've eaten your hero's feast. You're immune to fear and frightened conditions. You have temporary hit points. And Apathy, as you stand there, you see also this gnome standing beside you, replacing Hemlock with the seeming spell as well. And as you all stand and prepare yourselves for this battle, Apathy, you have more insight than anyone else. As you recall, the last thing you saw before we cut to break in the end of our session, as we rolled initiative, and I'll recount what our initiatives are, you know that that arcane tower is going to blast your allies with some sort of arcane bolt. At the initiative count of 20, with Lady Hellblade going next at 18, Tucher at 16, Hemlock at 13, and Nikolaus at 8. Apathy, please feel free to roll initiative at this moment in time.
Mm-hmm.
16.
Perfect. Awesome. An initiative count of 20, Apathy, as you lay there. Lady Hellblade, you're pretty tall. Nikolaus, you're pretty tall. Both of you. And I think, Tucher, you're also really tall. I'm pretty sure all three of you are like fairly tall individuals. You can see over the crowd that Apathy lays upon the stage. And as William Blakely E Galahad at an initiative count of 20 steps over, William leans down in front of you, Apathy, and says, "You will make a very good sacrifice. I have a few to do before you, but sit tight. You're a great employee of the month. Good on you." And you watch as he reaches down with a gnarled old finger and taps the ritual circle. And as his action, he starts the ritual. Okay, after the original count of 20, Lady Hellblade, it is your turn.
All right. Okay, so I see the tower, and I have that vision, that image of what it's about to do.
Yeah.
How far away is the tower?
Great question, right? So to get to the stage from where you're positioned, so to get to the stage where William Blakely and all of them are, that is oh, I just wrote they are 45 feet away. You are 45 feet away from the stage. You are about 60 feet away from your allies who's dressed up as you. So Lady of Steel, right? Cloaked Marauder, Emerald Candle, right? So you see them, they're about 60-ish feet away. And to get to the tower, you think is about 50 feet away. However, the crowd is thick, and to move through the crowd is difficult terrain. It costs double your movement.
Oh, I don't need to move through. I want to try to cast Dispel Magic on that thing on the tower.
Ooh, okay, awesome. The top of the tower is about like 120 feet away from you at this moment in time. So I don't know if that
exact range of the
Ooh,
spell.
all right, great. I love it. Awesome. So you're gonna cast
All right.
Dispel Magic. You reach out your hand. Describe what it looks like.
So yeah, she'll reach out a gauntleted hand and intone like I'm not even sure because she's not she's an Oathbreaker, but she's just she just intones, they will not come to harm. And the
Awesome.
magic kind of like swirls around her hand as she does this.
As the magic swirls around your hand, right, you reach it out. In your other, you hold the petitioner's blade, your two blue sigils scribed upon it already. And you can see as you reach out your hand, you need to make a ability check, your spellcasting ability check DC 15 to beat this spell.
Okay, let's see. The DC, okay. So just this flat ability check?
Yep. You have an advantage on this check.
Oh, nice.
Foresight basically gives you advantage universally.
Rolling with advantage. Oh, it's being super slow again. Oh, okay.
It's just building anticipation.
And it didn't roll it. It didn't. It's being slow, and it didn't even roll it with advantage like I told it to.
Rude.
Any day now. I'm just gonna roll the other one analog.
Cool.
So that one's the first is 18.
Oh, all right. Then you're good. Yeah, you don't need to worry too much.
So yeah.
As you reach out, you manage to cast, right? As your hand, you clench your fist for a second. And you see as in your future gaze, and it's sort of hard to describe for a moment here, but you actually reach out, and as you see the spell starting to coalesce to shoot forward, almost like rewinding time, like an eraser on Photoshop, you wipe the spell away from what it should have been as you dispel it, and you see the crystal at the top of the tower go dim. You have dispelled the arcane tower in this moment of time. Awesome. Lady Hellblade, as you pull that, you see as it the arcane magic sort of like almost oozes from it. Lady Hellblade, that was your action. What else do you want to do?
Let me double check what else I can do, because there's some other stuff. Ooh, that might be interesting. So I'm going to use. So I can't do. I'm pretty sure I can't do like. I used a spell. I can't do a bonus action spell as well, correct?
As long as it's not above a cantrip, I think you can.
That's first level, unfortunately.
Yep.
I'm just gonna start trying to push my way toward the stage at this point.
Super awesome. Yeah, so it takes double your movement, so you can start making your way, and I just feel free to just kind of track how close you're getting at this point in time. Awesome. Lady Hellblade, you rush forward, and Lady Hellblade, as you're moving, and everybody can see this, we're coming up next to Tutor and then Apathy and Hemlock after that, but you see as it is Frederick's turn. Frederick standing on the stage, you see as William Blakely sort of leaning down, looking at you, Apathy. Frederick stands there, but has now turned his gaze, sort of looking around. He stopped looking at the heroes who are masquerading as you, and he's sort of just, and Lady Hellblade, you're getting a sense of this. He is waiting. Like, he's waiting for anyone to step up on stage. And you can see as Lady Hellblade, his grip tightens upon the sword. You can see that he's fully flexing, like he has something to prove. He is flexing so hard in this moment in time.
That was my
but he
sword
has
too, damn.
readied his action in this moment in time.
All
Awesome.
right.
After Frederick's turn, it is going to be Tutor and Apathy. I'm going to have Tutor go first, and then we'll have Apathy go first, or vice versa, whichever one you guys, I guess, would choose.
I'm fine either way. I know what I'm fixing to do, and it's not real smart. So
ladies first. Let's see.
Okay. So I am laying here. I don't even know if I can move yet. But I know what I can do is a cantrip, and so I am just hitting the circle itself with sword burst right now. If I nick Frederick or William in their ankles, that's great. But what I'm really doing is smashing all the potions.
Oh, wow!
So it's really like a potion
Nice.
vial burst.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa! All right, cool. I love it.
So I have a 5-foot circle, doing 2d6 force damage of magical pointy things.
As you're sort of getting yourself ready, and right, this just takes a verbal component to do sword burst, right? So as you're preparing yourself to do this, as you're kind of like moving around, you've said not again. This is not your first time necessarily being stuck in a situation that's bad like this, and you've been a Galahad agent for a while, right? You think
I sort of get tied up for a living. Like this happens. This happens.
You think you could easily slip free of these bonds. It will require a check if you would like. If you would like to do so, you're going to cast your sword burst. And so if you want to try to slip free of your bonds, I'm going to ask the question, do you do it post or pre sword burst?
I would want to do it like while the swords are doing their things, because people will be very distracted, not looking directly at me because they're dodging pointy things and or shards of broken potion vial. And now the stage is going to be slippery too, so it's going to really suck to be them.
I love it. Go ahead and make for me a sleight of hand check.
Okay. That is an 8. That was not well done. That was
8.
not cute.
Okay. You start trying to get free of your bonds. However, 8's not good enough.
Yeah,
you remain sort of stuck, and you focus a little bit more on verbally just casting your sword burst. But as you see, suddenly the spectral blades swirl around you for a moment, and you see as all of these potions within a 5-foot radius of you all start to shatter and break. You see as the liquid sort of oozes to the floor, you are a savvy adventurer. These potions, there are 4 different brands of potions here. You're not certain what all the brands are. You do not recognize one of them.
Okay.
Like the others, you're like, okay, I get a sense that they're like beneficial, and one of them is not beneficial, is what I would say. However, you see as the potions all shatter and suddenly begin to ooze and pool, and you see as William Blakely, as you've used your action to cast your sword burst, you've tried to kind of slip free of your bonds. William Blakely, who's still working away at the ritual for a moment, turns and says, "Stop struggling, or else I'll choose you first. We have others to deal with." He sort of just then disregards you. Tutor, your turn.
So, are there members of the crowd that have potions like in their hands?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I want to turn to like the nearest one, and I think in the meantime, I wanted to have asked Nicholas permission to take like one of his zombies' hands, or at least like a few fingers, and I want to like make my way over to this person and use my put pocket skills to like put one of the fingers in the potion of as many people, as I can. Because we started that rumor about how there's like human flesh in these potions, and then like after I put it in, I just want to be, I just want to say like, oh my god, What
Yeah,
is that
perfect
in your
potions are
potion?
people. Yeah.
Yeah. What's that floating in your drink?
You this is gonna be more in this moment, like you doing the pocket, you're in a crowd. This isn't hard to do for you. You're savvy at this. What I'm gonna actually have you do is more like, if you want, make your put pocket check, and if you roll, if you're really successful, you will have like a bonus potentially to the to the persuasion check.
All right, 25.
That's happening with this 25. You watch as like somebody has popped their potion as they're like, "Oh, we're gonna kill the heroes," and then they look down and there's just like a gnarled finger sort of sticking out of the potion bottle, and they're like, "Oh, the rumors are true." And what do you say, Teacher, in this moment?
I'm just gonna yell really loudly, like artificially loud, like, "Oh my god! The potions are people! Look, there's human flesh in this potion!"
You watch as the person too goes, "Oh my god! They are people! Oh,
Disgusting! Don't drink them!
awesome." Tutor, you successfully have this person sort of turn. They are sort of like, they shatter the potion on the ground. They grab their friend, slap it out of their hands. The guy's like, "Oh, what the hell?" And then like you see as they're sort of starting to cause some turmoil with the success of this. And Tutor, I'm going to introduce one of the mechanics of this fight. At the end of the round, one of you will be elected to make you can, if you choose to, make a persuasion or performance check to try to sway the crowd one way or another. Right now, the crowd is very hostile to your friends who are all masquerading as you, and they're sort of heroes as bloodlust. And this is your opportunity to sort of sway them, to sort of lessen the degree to which they are just sort of like filled with bloodlust and wanting to defeat a villain. Tutor, with this successful check, normally any one of you can hold your action to get advantage on this check at the end of the round. Tutor, because of your success for round one, whomever you choose will have advantage on their check. As you hear people going, "Oh my god," throwing out perfect potions all over the place. You hear his glasses shattering. You actually hear that like somebody goes, "Wait, we probably, it's probably medicinal, right? Haven't you heard of like corpse healing? Like this is probably pretty good for a..." And then you hear shattering all across the stage, and they're like, "Never mind, many people are doing this," as Apathy's sword burst has triggered at the same time. But Tutor, you see, all that was probably like I'm going to give you a more or less a bonus action in this moment in time, plus your movement, but you still have an action. But you see that one of the members of the crowd who has a rune inscribed on their forehead says, "No, no, no, I think we should be drinking these potions. We got to kill these villains." And you recall that Blakely has mind controlled a number of agents in this moment in time. Tutor, you still have your action.
Remember that we're all in the group chat, by the way. Except for Apathy, because Apathy was not around when I cast that, so.
Yeah, so I want to just throw a dart and just try to... Oh, man. I have the smart thing that I could do, but whatever. I'm just going to throw a dart and just try to silence this guy. Let's do it.
Great. All right, cool.
So first thing to hit is going to be 18.
Okay, 18 successfully hits.
Okay. The first hit, this is going to be non-lethal damage.
Yep.
It is going to be a total of 22.
22, okay. You do so much damage.
Wow.
Oh, wait a second. More, because the swarm. The swarm.
The swarm!
Go, my mystic butterflies. Only I can find the dice.
I was thinking how you do non-lethal damage with a thrown dart, and I kind of picture Tutor like
Tutor,
like dulling it on his own arm and then throwing it.
I just grab the tip and I try to hit him with the backside.
Yeah, okay.
Tutor, at this point in time, describe what this looks like. Like, what's the swarm look like as you throw this dart to hit this person in the head?
Yeah, so I grab the dart by the tip, like the lethal end, and I'm trying to throw it backwards, but I'm using my swarm to make it like aerodynamically possible. It's like clinging to the sides of it, like as if they're carrying it, and they're twirling as like a corkscrew motion as it's getting like faster and faster, and then it smacks this person and just like twists their face.
With that amount of damage, plus like your aim with the non-lethal and their saving throw, you see as suddenly the rune shatters on their forehead for a second, and they go, oh my god, and they just crumple to the ground, having you dealt like over 20 plus some odd damage just straight to the noggin, that they just like crouch down and are in pain in this moment in time. But you freed a Galahad agent from this mind control.
Yes, freed with violence. Violence is a tool that heroes use sometimes.
That's right. That's right.
And then I'll run towards the stage.
Awesome. Okay, you won't be able to. You've used a lot of actions at the moment of time, so you're not going to be able to move yet. Hemlock, it is your turn.
All right. I'm looking around for how much is still like open vials and all these like open water sources everywhere.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Because I'll let you know my plan once you set the scene and help me figure out if this is possible. I want to use a high level spell slot of destroy water.
Oh.
To get rid of as many of these things as I can.
Yeah.
And it's like low level is 10 gallons of open water, but I can do it at like 6th level if I need to.
Wow. Wow.
And I don't use sand. I use old dry saltines as my material component.
Awesome. All right, cool. So Hemlock, you're trying to get a sense of kind of what's going on here, right? You're trying to get a sense of just how many potions are nearby you, how many water sources are nearby you. Kind of like putting your nose up to the air, you could kind of like
take a sniff. Oh wait, no, I look like a gnome right now.
Yeah, you look like a gnome, but as you take a sniff with your nose, you get this. You can smell almost this acrid odor. Make a nature check for me, actually. You just heard like potion bottles shattering. The amount of odor. I mean, there's a lot of odor here, but you're very good at potion making, right? Aspen has even said that she thinks you're better than her.
I'm the best. Yeah, 16.
16. Okay. You sniffing, taking a deep breath. You think that the odors that are coming out here, you definitely can smell just straight up a potion of healing. Like there are potions of healing amid the potions that are here. The other smells you get, and I'm going to give you a sense of what the potions are before you make your decision here. One of them smells like really rank, kind of like almost as if toenails were in it. Another one smells like as if it is like really sweet smelling sort of aroma with like a spiciness to it. Okay. And the last one smells deeply of mushrooms.
Uh-oh. You know what that means.
Hemlock, I'm gonna level with you. You think just getting like a quick sense that if you cast a pretty high level version of this spell, you could in theory remove it. Almost every potion from the area.
Yeah, and I can't tell the difference between, I mean, obviously some of these are going to be used against us. But there's no time to think, no smart, only dart. And so, I just start, I have to be within 30 feet. So it's within 30 feet of me. So I'm going to have to move.
Yep. You'll have to get closer, right? The stage is where you think a majority of the potions are. And that is 45 feet away from you with difficult terrain.
Yeah. And my little 25-foot walking speed here.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to move as close as I can and maybe have to save it because I can't really get close enough to do enough of them.
Yep.
So I'll get as far as I can.
I can get you there.
Oh, you're getting a psychic link here.
whoop.
It's
I
gonna
want to
have to.
destroy it.
It's gonna take a second, but I can get you there.
Yeah, get me close. Get me in the middle of all of the bad water.
All right.
Slash very, I'm sure, well-prepared potions. I mean, it'll
All
be
right.
a tragedy, but we'll do what we have to do.
Come over to me.
Okay. I also wanted, we're going to stay in our illusion form, but as soon as I can, I want to be back in my platypus persona.
Right. Yeah. Awesome. You hear this psychic link. If you want, at this point in time, I've kind of given you a little bit of a sense of what's going on. You can hold your action for the remainder of the turn if you want, and then just wait for Nikolaos to help you.
No,
Yeah,
I'm just
and
slow. Sorry.
Oh, good. I think it kind of works out that you're like, I'll get you there, and then so I just start getting over there.
Awesome. Cool. Hemlock, you're sort of holding your turn. You're standing nearby Nikolaos as Nikolaos prepares. However, as we come near the end of the initiative counter for the turn, I'm really annoyed that Arcane Tower got dispelled so early. It is William Blakely E Galahad's turn. William, you see apathy as William has sort of said, like, stay still. I have work to do. Reaches into his robe pockets, and you see that he pulls out 2 name inscribed jars.
Oh.
My personal collection. Don't worry, I have more where that came from. And you watch as he places the jars on the ground and shatters them into the rune. I'm going to make a knowledge check. This is an Arcana check. Oh, are you kidding me? All right. With this check, you see as he is doing this as a bonus action, as he sacrifices 2 trapped souls to fuel the ritual. Apathy, do you have proficiency in Arcana?
No.
Okay, no worries. You watch as he sacrifices the 2 souls as a bonus action, and then he is going to, after you see as the souls wash up and then like almost try to escape out of the rune, and then you see as the rune grabs them with arcane magic and pulls them into the floor. And William Blakely then says, well, we can't have this happening. I need the Galahad agents to slow things down a little bit to make sure things go smoothly. He snaps his fingers, and you're no stranger to invisibility, as a arcane pillar has appeared, non-invisible at this point in time, and begins to glow with an arcane light. Everyone can see that the runes inscribed on people's foreheads begin to glow more brightly. Right! Kill the heroes! Let's get this over with! Defeat the vampire lord Nikolaos and his unworthy lieutenants! Awesome. That's William Blakely's turn. Nikolaos, it's your turn.
Okay. Only a novice wizard relies upon spells that they can cast in an encounter. Me, I did all this 8 hours ago. I opened the portable hole and my horde of zombies and skeletons pours out.
Okay.
So I did the tally. I have my honor guard of zombies. There were 13 of those, plus 1 zombie who had a greatsword, which had been stabbed into him, and he's the zombie leader. He's Death Lightning, right? He's the zombie I made out of the former hero. There are also, let's see, 17 additional skeletons and 38 additional zombies. For anyone doing the math, that means my undead horde is 69 strong.
Nice.
And I give them the following order. Fanboy.
Okay.
I want them all to go and grab all of the people present and just cling on to them.
Awesome. You watch as you're like a clown car out of the portable hole. You just see as skeletons are running out. They immediately grab hold of people, right? Some people are like, "Get off me! Get away from me!" Right? Others are like, "Get my bodyguard! Get them out of me!" And that you see as they're just fan peopling. Yeah.
The additional thing is that when I cast the seeming spell, I can target any creatures that I can see, and so I was looking into the hole at the same time, and I specifically disguise them. Remember last time I said I made them look like people from the town and like adventurers, right? Well,
Yeah.
specifically, I want them to look like every low-level adventurer we have ever worked with, all just fanboying all over the villains, right?
Oh, I love it.
And then I'm going to cast Dimension Door on Roz and myself.
Okay. You
And
see
I
as
am
the
like on the stage shaking my head like he is so dramatic.
you see as chaos has just erupted, right? As these skeletons are just grabbing hold of Galahad. Agents are like, "Get off of me! No, we have to kill those heroes." And your fan people are just, the skeletons are just like fully grabbing hold of them. It is going to be just chaos, but you've cut a hole, and now for anyone who is not who is stuck within the crowd, you now no longer have difficult terrain while the fanboying is happening, because there is no one to sort of like block your path. You can kind of wiggle your way through effectively among these skeletons. You cast Dimension Door, Nikolaus. Where are you and Hemlock going?
You want to go up on the stage? Let's go up on the stage. I figure that the Dimension Door will disrupt the seeming on Hemlock and myself. So you are back in platypus form, my friend. And I am down to my disguised self, wherein I look like... Wait. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Oh, I got this. Oh, man. One second. One second.
We're gonna come back to you. I'm gonna describe this for a second. As you see as you wave your hand for a second, a door opens up. You open it up, and you and Hemlock together, hand in hand, foot in foot, stride through it, and suddenly another door opens on stage, and you step out. Hemlock, and as you step out, Hemlock, you come out as platypus, fully platypus mode here, and you see as Nikolaus, you appear as the mighty god of secrets, Vecna, striding out
That's right.
of the door.
Not a vampire lord, you asshole.
Awesome. Okay, great. As you stride out, William Blakely looks up as you're now both on stage. You find yourself sort of close to center stage. You see both of you take in that apathy is laying there amid the circle. And you see as William Blakely looks up and a smile crosses his features as he goes, "I wondered when you were coming. You think they would have distracted me?" And he points, and your hero friends like Lady of Steel, Emerald Candle, right? They have like just like fox ears, right? They have like what looks to be just like the sloppiest disguises of all time, in terms of trying to look like you all. Awesome. As you arrive, Lillian Blakely, I see we're gonna have a final showdown. You and me. Hemlock, it's your turn.
Yeah. And he says, "Final showdown," and I'm just gonna yell out as I blow dry crackers at his face. I'm just like, "Eat crackers!" And I want to cast Destroy Water within 30 feet.
Okay, awesome. What level spell slot?
So, I guess it's up to be how many gallons of water I'm looking to destroy, and the size of the cube increases by 5 feet. So if I cast this at 4th level, then I can get an extra 20 feet to a 50-foot cube around us.
Yeah. Cool. Are you gonna do that?
Yeah.
All right. Awesome.
And I'm slightly lamenting all the great potion work that was done, but also understanding, doing my best to help out.
Awesome. You do this, right? You start to cast this spell. As you do so, you, Hemlock, turn for a second. Nicholas, you spot it as well. As we're coming to the end of our first round of initiative, right? But you turn and you see as William Blakely sort of smiles for a second, and Hemlock and Nicholas, it dawns on you that he's a high-level caster with counterspell. And Hemlock, he locks eyes for you for a second, smiles, and shrugs as your spell triggers. You watch as your saltine crackers fly in the air, and suddenly every perfect potion begins to shatter and break as suddenly the spell rips the water away, pulling it into the one singular saltine cracker bit that just seems to unendingly suck in water. And you see then it just suddenly hits the ground as you have effectively destroyed every Potion Paradise potion here.
Am I within 5 feet of him?
Would you like to be?
Well, you let us level up, and so I took the Mage Slayer feat. And so if he was casting a spell, I could take a reaction before the turn ends.
Awesome. He was not casting a spell.
Okay.
It was very clear he was like, okay, go for it. I'm not going to counter it.
Letting your spell happen.
Yeah. Okay.
As you stand there, though, you see as this occurs, all of the potions get shattered. And Hemlock, Nikolaus, the blur of the blade that comes for you, Hemlock, is so fast that both of you nearly miss it as Frederick had been holding his turn. As he suddenly swings in, blade striking, umbral blade, Lady Hellblade sword swings in at you. Hemlock, you hear the shout, I bench 220! And I'm going to attack you, Hemlock, 3 times. What's your AC?
14.
Okay.
Do your worst!
I don't know what's up, Hemlock. You watch as I bench 220 like a baseball swing. You see as Frederick swings, and you hear this like of like moist leathers as Frederick's first swing swings above your head, missing you. Frederick's second swing swings down, smashes into the floor next to you, missing you. And third swing, uppercut, swings up, missing you. I rolled terribly. Moment in time. And Frederick, Hemlock, this is not your first time. Frederick goes, "A bad adventurer."
This is on brand.
Yes.
I hate this. Oh,
Hey, Fred, you suck.
Oh man.
I was like, that sword doesn't belong to you.
Yeah, that I'm so furious about that. Awesome. All right, Frederick, all of the swings fully miss in this heroic moment. Frederick fully misses you. You've successfully cast your spell. We come to the end of the round. At the end of the round, you see as the crowd hearing all of these shatters, many of them going, "Oh, my drink, what's up?" Others going, "Perfect potions are people." And you hear all this chaos. I elect one of you, if you would like, to make a persuasion or performance check. You describe what it looks like, or some sort of charisma check, if you would like to sway the crowd in a direction.
Okay. Well, ooh, that's a good opportunity, but like, how to sway the
You're in the
crowd?
thick of it.
I am in the thick of it. I will shout that this is everything that Galahad has told you is a lie. He seeks to harm you. He is the villain. And I'm going to roll my performance. Or should I do persuasion?
What's higher?
Both are the same, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
That is a 23.
23.
Nice.
That is a silver star roll here. As you see, you manage to shout this. You point, right? He is the villain in this full courtroom drama, like Jacques moment, right? You point over at William Blakely E Galahad. William Blakely standing on top there with Frederick having just missed Hemlock. You see as a chunk of the crowd starts to turn and is paying attention to you, Lady Hemlock, in this moment, or Lady Hellblade in this moment of time. And you're seeing that with a silver standard that about like 15 people or so of approximately 100 sort of are turning and being like, what's going on? Like you're getting the sense that you're starting to sort of shift the mood a little bit. So people are starting to sort of question, with Perfect Potion having people in it, among other things, like this is pretty weird. This isn't just like a villain defeat experience, right? So you've successfully turned 15 people away from the initial kind of cause that was going on here. Each round, you can attempt to kind of turn more and more people, eventually maybe dispersing the heroes of the round is what's going to happen. So you've successfully turned away 15 who are just like, I'm not here for this. This is too much stuff, too much drama, and just gets out of here. As the round comes to an end, you watch as your heroic friends are assaulted and attacked. I'm going to roll a couple of dice just to see how they do. Okay. Almost immediately, they are swarmed and attacked by Galahad agents and heroes of the realm. And you see as immediately Lady of Steel begins to buckle, and the cloaked marauder steps in the way, takes a couple critical hits, and is now unconscious. Emerald Candle throws up a hand, and you see as now a wall of stone has surrounded them, and it is getting broken down. They do not have much time. And with a natural 1 on their resistance to what's going on here, you need to act quickly to save them. We go to the top of the round, round 2. At the top of the round, the ritual continues. You see as the runic circle continues to glow. And Nikolaus, do you have proficiency in Arcana?
No, but I'm pretty smart.
Okay. If you want, you can make the check.
Cool. Remember, I'm a practical wizard, not a study wizard. I got a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. You with a dirty 20, you as a necromancer recognize this ritual. You know that what's happening is that every turn that William Blakely can sacrifice either trapped or untrapped souls, he is reducing an overall DC. And at any point, he can attempt to make the check to try to enact the ritual.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool. Lady Hellblade, it's your turn.
Okay. So Frederick is still up on the stage, correct?
Yes. Yep.
I'm going to, as I'm continuing to move forward, I'm not going to push through too quickly, but I am going to try to get a bit closer, and then let's see here. I think that still puts me in range. I'm going to point at him, and I'm going to say, you may not remember me, but we had a bit of a one-on-one not too long ago, didn't we? And can I end the effect on me? All right, I'm gonna do that, and my the armor is gonna go from the polished paladin armor to that spiky black chitinous armor, and I'm going to smile. How about we go again? Compelled duel.
Ooh, he immediately accepts the duel. He chooses to fail. He doesn't even care. The second he sees you, he spots you and says, "Lieutenant to the Vampire Lord, I shall defeat you, as my name is Frederick Jones. How about thee?" And you're fully gonna duel each other. Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's how it's gonna go.
Yeah. I don't know if that gets me close enough to actually try to attack, unfortunately, but because it's still difficult terrain, I imagine.
No, because the fanboying, it's not difficult terrain.
Oh,
You
the
could jump up
fanboying.
there. You
Okay.
could get up there if you want to.
I'm gonna get up there then. Yeah, I'm gonna get up there and join battle, basically. Yeah, I'm a fight him.
Awesome.
Let's see.
As you get up there, right, you see William Blakely E Galahad standing up here. Frederick, you face off with. You see that there's another figure standing up here, a robed figure as well. You recognize them as Catastrophe, another Galahad agent, and then you see all your friends up here as well.
Okay. All right. I'm going to take a swing then.
Okay.
Let me see. Where are you? All right. Great sword. I mean, that's going to be a 21.
21.
To hit.
Okay.
Yes.
Swinging in 21 successfully hits.
Okay. That's 4, 8. So that's 13 damage from that attack.
Great.
And then I think I get a second one.
I believe you do. Yep.
Okay, cool. And then the second one is, it's only a 12.
A 12. You swing. So your first attack, right? You cleave in with the blade, hitting his leathers. You see, he's like, ugh. His second one, he just punches your fist down in the process as you were beginning to duel against Frederick.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic.
Awesome.
Love it.
Lady Hellblade, as you stand there, right? Frederick is going to go right after you. You hear William Blakely E Galahad at the end of your turn, Lady Hellblade. William Blakely E Galahad goes, Lady Hellblade, don't forget our deal. Kill your friend or suffer the consequences. And he points at you, Nikolaus.
Oh, I know where he's pointing. I know.
The number of times Nikolaus has been dead, like, is it even gonna matter?
Lady Hellblade, he continues, remember, you're a coward, Hellblade. I know your secrets. Also, Apathy, I just want to say right now, not to quote directly, but to quote directly. He said, and he points at Nikolaus, that Apathy's impressive bone structure makes him depart on flights of fancy about you being an undead. Like, almost verbatim, that's what he said. And I'm not here as the CEO to say exactly what's going on, but that's crazy. I knew we should have
I feel
said
like mid-duel. Lady Hellblade's like, is that really what we're doing now? Is like we're gonna like this high school nonsense?
Yes.
William Blakely Galahad goes, that is what we're doing. We spend time for our employees. Awesome. Meanwhile, Frederick goes, yeah, what are we doing in this moment? How about they? And immediately starts going after you. So Lady Hellblade, Frederick is going to attack you 3 times. Hellblade, what's your AC?
My AC is 20.
I hate this game. Frederick swings 3 times and you block all 3 attacks yet again. I am rolling terribly as this hero, and I'm devastated for it. And you see as Frederick is going to make another. Oh, you see as Frederick has a moment of visceral fear, Lady Hellblade, as he's looking at you. He's been empowered at this moment, but as he is swinging at you and you just like effortlessly block his attacks, you can see that he's like, no, it's just like in the sewer. I could barely land a hit there. And is just like kind of getting more and more desperate, and then has a moment of fear that you could capitalize on should you choose to.
I mean,
awesome. Cool. At the end of Frederick's turn, the first legendary action is going to trigger as Lady Hellblade make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Why did I do that? Why did I roll it in the browser?
Yeah.
Oh.
Got too enthusiastic.
Yeah, I did. I really need to put hardware acceleration back on or something, graphics acceleration, because this is nonsense. This is why I opened it in Firefox the other day. Ooh, that's a 22 though. I'm not
22.
That's what I was
Awesome.
waiting for.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Okay, it popped up on my screen before it popped up on her screen.
Somebody should just
I'm over here
report in.
looking at her roll like.
Well, I'm just gonna open Firefox.
Lady Lady Hellblade, you take 7 points of necrotic damage. As William Blakely E Galahad just sort of like snaps his fingers, and you feel an essence pulled from you.
I have necrotic resistance.
Awesome. So you're going to take 4 points of damage then.
Okay. Oh no, I'm at. Well, I'm not even into my actual hit points. I lose 4 of my temp hit points.
Awesome. Tutor, you're Apathy first, then Tutor.
Literally, Galahad was just getting in my face, and I am literally going to say to him, "Man, you need to chill." And as I say that, I am casting Frostbite on him. Yeah. Mostly, like, honestly, I want it to do all the damage it can, but mostly I want him to have trouble with his hands. I want him to not have as easy a time picking up jars of souls and smashing them. Like that's
Ooh, all right.
That's what I'm targeting. I should be able
How's
to
that
do damage
arthritis doing, Galahad?
to his whole person. But I really want his hands to just be frozen and unusable.
Awesome.
And that's a Constitution save, 17 to dodge, and without it, I get to give him 2d6 of cold damage.
You watch in your sort of state here. You reach out with your frostbite. It's verbal and somatic, right? So you're kind of like still bound, sort of like and you use your frostbite moment here because you haven't broken yourself free of your binds.
Right. I feel like that's one I can literally do with a snarl. Like like the eyebrow will cast the frostbite.
And you see as William Blakely successfully passing the save, sort of just like trivial, and just wipes your frostbite away.
I hate you a little bit right now.
Awesome. What else would you like to do with your turn?
A little bit more trying to wiggle out of my bindings, but like stealthily. Like I don't want him I want him to notice the like I am casting a spell on you more than I want him to notice the trying to wiggle out of the bindings.
Again, make a sleight of hand check.
Okay. That was a 15.
15. All right, you've managed to break yourself free. Awesome.
But I'm not gonna telegraph that yet.
Yeah.
I am free, but I'm laying here as though I am still bound.
Cool. Tutor.
Is there like a tall building or like some sort of ledge near me?
Yeah, if you wanted to, you could quickly race over and get on top of the building. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because as a thief, I got second story work, so it doesn't cost me extra movement. Climb. I want to get somewhere high that's like near our NPC friends who are getting mobbed. Okay. And I want to like lean over to the crowd that's attacking them, like rip off my disguise and then laugh like really haughtily, like, ho ho ho, foolish agents of Galahad.
Oh my god.
I can't believe you fell for our trap. It is I, one of the minions of the necromancer, vampire lord Nikolaus.
No roll necessary. You are giving them the people they want, right? You see as the heroes and the Galahad agents go, get them! As you're standing up there.
Some of us are still pretending, and others are just have stopped bothering entirely.
You can make a performance check though in this moment in time if you would like. It actually dawns on me.
Sure. And then I want to cast web afterward.
Perfect.
Performance of 4.
4?
Mm-hmm.
4. Perfect. You stand up there, you're hamming it up, and you cast your web. What are you doing with your web?
I want to just spray it down on top of them, so like as they're trying to come up to grab me, it forms difficult terrain for them to try to get up.
Awesome. Cool. You see as people start going, the web, oh no! You see as people are shouting, the vampire lord's lieutenant's a spider, a half spider creature, and as they're continuing to sort of clamor. With a 4, you think you've made a really solid distraction, but it's not long lasting, right? Not everybody's going to be fixated on you the entire time.
Mm-hmm, yep. As long as I get some of them, I am some time.
Cool. Awesome. Hemlock, your turn.
Amazing. I'm watching Tushar. Do I feel like they've all moved off of the heroes?
It didn't sound like it was all of them. It sounded like it was just some of them.
Yeah, as you're looking, you think that Tucher has sort of taken, instead of rolling what like kind of 2d20 to see how the heroes are faring, I'm now going to only roll 1 because they're still being attacked. They're still being struck at, but like sort of half the group of heroes, Tucher has now taken upon himself, Tucher, that being an attack that you will receive and potentially suffer damage for, as like a hail of heroes attack you.
And how far are the heroes from me?
Standing up on the stage from this distance, you can see that basically the heroes, like your friends,
Yes, the good ones.
perfect. They are 45 feet away from you.
Okay. I will use my bonus action to cast my healing spirit.
Ooh, all right.
So I want to. So that's with 60 feet. It can get to them. I kind of want it in the middle of them. So it's my spectral angry goose just shows up and starts honking and spitting, and it can do a little bit of healing to heal
Awesome.
the number of times equal to 1 plus the spellcasting modifier. So it just like dumps a little bit of healing each turn.
I love
And
it.
then, yeah, I'll move them around as I need to hit each of them a little bit just to keep them up.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna start moving. Oh dang. I think I'm just gonna, while I'm here, I'm going to start running towards, I kind of want to be halfway between the heroes and the stage. So putting myself between so that I can sling spells in either direction.
Oh,
But
perfect.
I will,
Okay.
as I'm running away, I just want to take a cheeky crossbow shot at the bad guys. So
Awesome.
yeah,
Cool. Who do you want to shoot at?
at Galahad.
Okay.
So that's a dirty 20. That's a swampy 20.
Nice.
A swampy 20. Yeah, you take a shot, right? Galahad standing there. You see as Galahad just takes it. Yep.
Yeah, it's just 6 points, but I want him to know it was me as I want to dive out onto, like, if I can, as I'm kind of running away, just someplace that's got like all that like wet stuff on the ground to just kind of slide through it.
Cool. Awesome. Awesome. You start to like slipping and sliding across, and you see as it's at the end of your turn, Galahad's going to use his second legendary action, and you see as Galahad is going to point in your direction as you've made your shot, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
Is this him casting a spell, or is this just a thing that happens?
He is casting a spell.
I'm going to counterspell it.
Oh,
Cool.
yeah.
All right. You watch as Nicolaus just reaches a hand up, slaps the spell out of the way. The spell immediately fizzles and dies as Galahad just sort of continues to smile in this moment of time.
I love that visual that the counter spell is just slapping the magic out of the air and like on the ground. Bad spell.
No.
No.
Okay, awesome. Superb. You slip and slide your way a little bit, and it is going to be William Blakely E Galahad's turn. It's been fun, everybody. It's been fun. But it's time to bring this to a close. Let's start with you, Lady Hellblade. Nicolaus. Oh no, not Lady Hellblade. Whoops, sorry. Let's start with you. Nicolaus. And you see is
He's
he
getting old
reaches
and senile.
He's getting old and senile. It's hard to pick a target because he actually has some reasons to keep Hellblade alive. Otherwise, it would have gone for her right now. You watch as he raises a finger, and you see as all of the flesh begins to pull away from his finger as he is casting Finger of Death on you.
Okay.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
All right, that would be a. Oh, it's actually a 15 that I got, which it probably doesn't succeed.
That does not succeed.
Uh-huh.
All right. You would take 78 plus 30 damage.
Okay, well,
You are resistant to necrotic.
I am.
So you will take half this amount of damage as you take 20 8 points of necrotic damage. Not too bad. As the Finger of Death triggers, you see as William Blakely Galahad watches you and goes, all right, I'm proud of my agents. They are lasting longer than I expected. He's going to make a knowledge arcana check. And you see as he succeeds the check, and you watch him go, time to continue the ritual. And as a bonus action, he gets to make a knowledge arcana check to basically turn this action into a bonus action. He succeeds the check. You see as he goes, fortunately, I have a store of jars waiting for me. And you watch as his hand reaches forward, a portal emerges. You can see that beyond the portal is the plane of limbo. And he goes, what the hell?
Missing something.
Looks through. Who the hell blew up my vault?
Yeah.
Having some difficulties.
And Nikolaus, you looking for a second, see genuine rage. For this whole time, Blakely, for a moment, has been sort of like almost like apathetically going along with what's going on here. And you see a moment as he pulls his head back through and says, who the hell blew up my vault? I've spent years putting that together.
Give you 3 guesses.
Maybe you shouldn't have led us there.
Nikolaus, William Blakely E Galahad's face turns as you say, give me 3 guesses, apathy. What did I warn you? Apathy. Nikolaus, it's your turn.
Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to shove him off the dais.
Okay.
I'm just going to physically just push him off.
Okay, make your strength check with your Nick Crimbo.
It's an athletics check, in fact.
Okay.
And I happen to be trained in athletics. Are you trained in athletics, Mr. Archmage? I doubt it.
Oh no.
I got a 21.
Oh my God. Lady Hellblade, you're in the midst of this duel, and Lady Hellblade, you see as Nikolaus charges forward. He lunges, pushing William Blakely E Galahad off of the stage. William E Galahad spins, grabbing Nikolaus, immediately placing a dagger to Nikolaus's neck, and begins cutting Nikolaus's throat in the process. As time catches up, you see as you charge forward, Nikolaus, as you rush forward in this moment. Lady Hellblade, do you say anything?
Nikolaus, stop!
As it's too late, as those words cast, it's not like you could have changed the outcome of what the future has to hold. As you actually watch Catastrophe, the diviner, say, that's not how that works, and gives William Blakely E Galahad a natural 20 to spin, grab hold of you, Nikolaus, in the shove and begin grappling you, blade coming up to neck.
It wouldn't be the first time. Okay.
Catastrophe goes, God, that's cool.
Before the end of my turn, though, I still got my bonus action.
Yeah.
My bonus action is to command all of my undead dogpile me.
Ooh, okay. Awesome. Wow. All right.
Well,
dramatic.
dogpile us, right?
Okay. Great. You make a check for your undead. This is just a raw check. This is going to be competition versus me here. I'm going to roll it and I'll make the DC for you. The DC for your undead will give a +5 to this check. Your DC is a 15.
Get it on an actual die and do this actually physically. Here we go. It's the wrong die. All right, here we go. I rolled a 10. I got a 15.
A 15. You watch as your skeletons all start breaking free of their fanboying. They're charging up, getting up on stage. Not all of them, not all 69 of them are going to get up there. But you see as basically the dog pile starts hitting you and William Blakely as they're starting to sort of just pile on top, crushing you. And you and William E. Blakely are now both grappled.
Right.
And
Would
restrained.
you say Okay, we are restrained. Got it. Okay. Cool,
Yeah.
cool.
Awesome. At the end of your turn, as you're both getting just dogpiled in this moment, you are laying basically face to face with William Blakely E Galahad in this moment, and you see as almost face to face, he spits at you. You will all suffer for this. You will all die. No one will stop me from surviving. And he is going to use his final legendary action on you. And you need to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
You as in me?
Yep.
Okay. I got like a 11.
11. All right, cool. You failed the check as you start to take damage. Again, necrotic, so you have resistance to this. Oh, great. All right, cool. You take 5 points of damage. 5 points of necrotic damage. Awesome. And we come to the end of the round.
Feel death's cold grip likely.
We come to the end of the round. As we come to the end of the round, it is going to be Catastrophe's turn, who's been waiting and watching and prepared for what is going on. Catastrophe, seeing what is happening here, says, "As you wish, William Blakely. I will remove this scourge." Places her hands together, and a little seed of fire appears in her hands. That's her turn. We come to the end of the round. Do any one of you want to try to sway the crowd?
Yeah, I want to try to sway the crowd, but I want to like basically cause a riot. I want to try to, direct them all towards me. Like, oh, you'll never deal with the spider minion of the vampire lord.
Awesome.
I am sticky icky. You will never be rid of me.
Cool, rad. All right. Make a performance check.
So, hey, that's a 12. Okay.
A 12. Okay.
That's 3 times higher than last time.
Yeah.
You see as the crowd, as you shout these words, the crowd who's been kind of like fixated partially on your friends and partially on you, more are starting to turn in your direction. However, a 12 is just like not even bronze. So like not a lot of people are gonna kind of like pay attention to you. However, so it's sort of a wash in this turn. However, the crowd is going to attack you. What's your AC, Tucher?
20.
Okay. Cool. Tucher, you watch as is a hail of spells, attacks, and all myriad of things go after you in this moment in time. You successfully sort of managed to dodge out of a lot of it. However, you're going to take about half the amount of damage that I would have normally doled out in this, and you're going to take 20 points of damage from the crowd as they're attacking you. This is basically like you diving out of the way, but it is many people making multiple attacks against you.
Yeah, but can I use uncanny dodge against that?
Of course, 10 points of damage. Yeah.
Yeah, so I use my reaction, and then I continue to cackle half-heartedly and say, "You're all caught up in my web."
Great. Awesome. As we come to the top of the round, the ritual continues to pulse, but nobody has added additional content to this ritual yet. So nothing has changed since the first round. You see as it continues to swirl and twist. It is active, but nothing has changed yet to it. At the end of the initiative count 20, Lady Hellblade, it is your turn, and you hear again William Blakely E Galahad's voice. "Lady Hellblade, help me! Serve your duty or watch your friends die."
All right. Well, I'm going to say a couple of things, and then I will take my action.
Okay.
First, I'm going to say to Frederick, do you realize the man you're serving wants to consume the souls of everyone's here to prolong his own withered existence? How does it feel to be the villain?
I'm not the villain. I bench 220.
Look at your sword, Frederick. Look at the blade you're using. No, look at mine. And I hold up the sword, and then I look at Galahad and I go, consider this me tendering my resignation. And then I cast the last bless.
Ooh, all right, on who?
On honestly, just my party members again. Just it's just symbolic to trigger the final effect of the sword.
She wouldn't be able to see me because we're under the pile of zombies.
Yeah. So apathy, Hemlock, you get bless in this moment in time, right? What's as you watch the world's words swirl along the blade, apathy, you're seeing this for the first time as blue letters stretch across. Consider this my resignation. And you see as the words of your own, right? All written out now. I call to thee to choose a path of your own. The final words inscribing themselves upon the blade, becoming an image. What does the image look like, Lady Hellblade?
Oh no, that's I think the image is going to be kind of a starburst pattern, kind of like that multi-pointed star with what looks like kind of a serpentine dragon coiled around it.
Oh, sweet. Awesome. As the dragon serpentine coils around, the blade shudders, and you see the spectral blue figure stand beside you for a moment and say, and you have chosen. Placing a hand upon the blade, you see as it becomes a holy avenger, in the stats of which feel free to look up, as your blade is now functioning as a holy avenger standing before this. And you see as Frederick standing there, so that was your action, Lady Hellblade, to you do this. You may make one attack in this moment, right? Because it is an attack plus this effect. So you may make one attack in this moment.
I will go ahead and do that then. I will swing at Frederick, I guess, because he's the only one nearby. But let's see here. Okay. Swing. It's only a 10 though.
A 10, swinging forward with a 10, that is not very high, right, in your strike here. And you see as Frederick raises up the umbral blade, both of them hit against each other, both of them chip against each other. As Frederick, this fight's not over. I am not the villain.
Take a look at yourself.
Yeah.
You're the villain, Fred.
Awesome. At the end of your turn, Lady Hellblade, as Frederick's turn starts, you hear a familiar sound, and all of you hear it. Boop, boop. As William Blakely E Galahad is going to use all three of his legendary actions, and you hear in your voice, all of you telepathically, yourself included, apathy, I understand you would like to go unconscious soon. As William Blakely E Galahad triggers the Swan Song Stones.
Okay, so my ring of mind shielding protects me from being telepathically communicated with unless I allow someone to speak to me. And I would like to block that message.
Okay, done. Yeah, you just hear the boop, boop.
I'm like, nope.
Awesome.
I have a little brain ring.
As the Swan Song Stones begin to trigger, we're going to cut to break.
Okay, don't go away. It's coming up.
Oh.
Let's see how it happens. Oh.
Pick up your gear and open your chests. Throw on your armor and head out on a quest. Hey, hey. It's a brand new day. On the slow coast, your allies will help with blades and bows and magic as well. Hey, hey. Heroes on their way. Fighting together against overwhelming odds. Fighting together in favor of multiple gods. Idle champions of the forgotten.
When a statement must be made, it must be made loudly.
Sometimes the only way to face the darkness is to embrace the darkness.
Welcome back. Heroes! Yay!
That's us!
I am not a barbarian!
Settle down, settle down.
You do you, babe.
Kill a few people here and there in the name of don't kill me.
There's a little something else in there.
We've been through some stuff together.
This is how we create
Peer
bonds.
pressure.
It's been the best part of my life.
I'm not going to the temple.
You start to vomit all over Arin. No!
He had a fling with a tiefling.
Maybe I should wear like a sneaky detective outfit. Are you sure I can't tempt you? With this.
That's not delightful. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
I'm trying to fight and you guys are turning it into a sex thing, and that damage was trash.
And what is your 7th favorite drink?
Oh my god.
Friends solve puzzle together. Friends, our team. I'm good at killing things, and you guys are passable.
Hello. Hello. Lovely wedding.
He is now engulfed in flames.
I think I got in a couple good hits.
Fennel's unconscious again. Hello, Zap.
Whoa! Drop a 0.
Estravel!
She is the devil.
Okay, so she's looking for a vessel, and that's...
Do not let that happen.
Focus fire.
You are so hungry. The familiar and unfamiliar faces of everyone you've ever killed. There is no justice here, only sickness. And I am the cure.
No.
Her eyes go black.
Oh no. No, I'm down.
Saving them is. That's it. That's all. That's all. That's everything.
Not ideal to have to kill your friends.
She repeats back words that you said to her once. When a statement must be made, it must be made loudly.
I've found people and starting to feel like a real person again.
Because I have friends. I have friends now.
And we're back.
Hello.
Let's do it.
Hi.
Okay.
Hey, real
Before
quick,
we get
I just want to
started.
remind everybody, we're doing a giveaway. We're giving away 3 audiobook copies of Relics of Ruins, the latest novel by Aaron M. Evans. It is book 2 in the Books of the Usurper series, and it just released about a week ago. So, this is your chance to get the audiobook version. Even if you do have the physical book, feel free to gift it away to somebody if you already read it and have it. You can do whatever you want with it. But it has to be received through Google Play. That is the only caveat. So if you live in a place that does not have Google Play, sorry, you're ineligible for this one. But use !ticket in the chat for a chance to win. Thanks.
All right.
Hey. As we come into our giveaway, you all hear as the Swang Sun stones have triggered. As a reminder, how these work is that at the start of your turn, you will make a DC Constitution saving throw starting at DC 5. If you fail that check, you will fall unconscious. Every round afterward, at the start of your turn, it will increase by 5. As Galahad has elected to force these stones to try to knock you unconscious in this moment of time. Your swan songs have begun. As you all stand there, Lady Hellblade, your Holy Avenger, you swing it and you see as Frederick blocks against it. And as you see a glimpse of the future, you see Frederick shouting, "I am not a villain!" And raising the umbral blade up, starts swinging at you, even with disadvantage, even with the foresight, the fervor and fury that Frederick is attacking you with, Lady Hellblade, is merely like a blur within your even future sight as he just is trying to swing and strike. You manage to block one with the Holy Avenger. The second blade catches you in the side, the third in the upper shoulder. You then see as the blade glows this bright light as Frederick, a paladin, has cast Blinding Smite on you, and I need you to make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
Right. Constitution. Well, that's 24.
Nice.
Okay. Awesome. You managed to resist and prevent the the blinding effect. However, as you take the damage, you see is 30 points of damage from the 2 strikes smash into you, as Frederick, roaring in fury, is swinging back at you in the midst of this duel.
Okay.
Awesome. Cool. After Frederick's turn, it is going to be Tutor and Apathy. Apathy, you're going to start with a Constitution saving throw.
Yes, I am. By golly. Oh, and that was terrible. I got a 9.
A 9. That is enough to stop the Swan Song Stone for this round. And you manage to see, I see you want to go unconscious soon. And you manage to resist the effect as it's trying to pull at you. Apathy, your hands are free, you are unbound. What do you do?
I am doing, I want to do 3 things, and I think I can do all 3 of them because I don't think any of them, like, one of them counts as an action. I want to stand up.
Okay.
I want to cast my armor spell on myself as I am standing up.
Cool.
And then I want to remove the Swan Song Stone from my pocket, and I want to yeet it at Catastrophe.
Awesome. You see that Catastrophe is just standing there, bead of flame between 2 hands.
Yeah, I mean, worst case scenario, I just hit her in the face with a rock. Maybe it'll like make the Swan Song Stone not try to hit me back again later, or maybe it'll just distract her. Maybe she'll be like, "Why are you throwing rocks at me?" I figure nothing problematic can come of this at all.
Make a charisma saving throw.
Oh.
DC 16.
That was an 18.
What a roll.
High charisma characters.
As you pull out the Swan Song Stone, you prep to yeet it, and you get this sense that the stone, it's a force of will fight for you to even let go of the stone in this moment in time. But with a will that is iron, that you've never really bought into the process. This is just a paycheck, and they haven't even paid you since your last job. You yeet the stone, and you see as it flies forward and then just hits Catastrophe on the side of the head. She goes, "Ah!" And then you see as it just clatters to the ground behind her. You are free of the stone. You've risen and you've cast your armor upon yourself. What would you like to do?
Oh, I get to do another.
Oh, no, sorry. My mistake.
I feel like that's all
I got too excited. You stand there as we pass your
very
turn.
generous of you. No, I am standing and I am stone free and I am armored, which is all like icy and frosty and glimmering, so like I look kind of gorgeous right now.
Awesome.
Which might affect little Freddy in a few minutes, who thought I was dead, who thought he was in love with me and thought I was dead. So
Perfect. Tutor, your turn.
Okay, so through the mental link, Tusha wants to talk to Nicholas, and he's gonna ask him, do you want just a few rounds of uninterrupted beat-up time, William?
I could die at any second. Do your worst.
Okay, so Tusher believes in Nicholas's physical strength.
Okay.
And he knows that Nikolaus is dogpiled with William underneath like all the zombies. So I'm gonna drop a silence spell over the pile so that nothing within a 20-foot radius sphere can say they're all deafened. They can cast any spells that include verbal components, and I'm just gonna believe in the himbo.
Okay. Silence falls upon a tutor. You are standing up there. You are dodging at various attacks as you cast the spell. Your silence spell falls upon the space. You see as your web has grabbed hold of many people. Superb. Is there any movement that you wanted to do in this moment?
I just want to keep climbing as high as I can and just keep going higher and higher because
love it.
Yep. Are the NPCs still in trouble?
You're getting the sense that when they got attacked, their wall is being crumbled, but it's been like heavily reduced the amount of like pressure that they were under. You think that you've managed to do a fairly good job of distracting. However, at the end of this round, if no one helps direct towards you, they will continue to still be attacked.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Just keep climbing up higher.
Yeah, the goose is also helping. Hemlock's goose is helping assist in healing up the party. Again, they're supporting it themselves. Tutor, you continue climbing higher. Hemlock, it's your turn.
Quick assessment.
Sorry. Tutor, make a Constitution saving throw.
Please. Oh, great. That's a 22.
All right, great. Tutor, Hemlock, at the start of your turn, make a Constitution saving throw.
9.
Great, wonderful. You managed to pass. I see you would like to be unconscious.
Hard pass, Stone. Do I think there's more of the wannabe villain heroes chasing Tutor, or still all swarming our lookalikes?
Yeah, looking around, you actually notice that a chunk of them are mostly chasing Tutor at this moment in time, which is why it's maybe more dangerous for Tutor. Though you've seen 6 have split off and are making their way back to the stage.
Okay. I think that the ones chasing Tutor, I can, within 90 feet, I'm going to just throw a conjured watery sphere at a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
So it just forms this big sphere, and it can fit 4 medium-sized creatures inside the sphere, and they roll strength saving throws.
Okay, awesome. And these are ones against Tutor, or ones the 6 who's
the ones
great.
chasing Tutor, so that the spell will go against them. And then I'm just using the precious swamp water that I keep with me, a drop of it, and I just pull it magically from my bag, and then I just blast out a whole bunch of bubbles of swamp. This big swamp.
Okay. All these bubbles pop out, and one of them grabs hold of a chunk of these agents here. You're reducing the potential threat to Tutor in this moment in time, as you see as all of them manage to get caught up into it. They weren't able to kind of necessarily break free in this moment in time, as they've been caught up in the bubble of water.
Right, so they're caught up in the bubble. They are considered restrained if they're in there, and they can make saving throws at the end of their turns.
Okay, done. All right.
Awesome. And then I look back towards the stage, and I'm seeing people rush that way, and I'm seeing just the whole stuff happen there. I will look back at the other heroes. I'm just like torn of what to do, and I'm gonna hope that Lady Hellblade's got this. And so I leave the goose with the lookalikes who we've been traveling with, and let it do another round of heals on whoever the next person is. And then I'm going to move my way back to the stage.
Awesome.
But I kind of want to get sneaky up behind it so that I could pop up.
Are you taking cover near the stage?
Yes, if I can.
All right, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Hemlock, you get over there. Lady Hellblade, with your future sight, Hemlock, with your sight here, you watch as it is William Blakely E Galahad's turn. And Catastrophe's. As you see Catastrophe, hands having emerged, the seed a little larger. You see in a future sight, Lady Hellblade, as Catastrophe points, but a mere second later, Hemlock, you see it as the seed shoots forward, landing, so that it hits the skeletons, Apathy, Frederick, Hellblade, Nikolaus, and William Blakely E Galahad. It is hitting all of them as a delayed fireball blast explodes, dealing 13d6 points of fire damage. Everybody needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Blakely and I both automatically fail dexterity saving throws if we're restrained.
Yep.
So.
I got a 24.
A 24. Awesome.
I got a 14.
Okay. Nikolaus and I fail, and your skeletons in general are gonna mostly fail what is going on here.
Skeletons and zombies.
And zombies, yeah.
But there are a lot of them.
Yeah.
Okay. So a delayed blast fireball can only hit so many spots, right? And I have 69 undead creatures piled on top of us.
Yeah. You watch with the explosion as it triggers. Apathy, you will take half this amount of damage. Do you have Uncanny Dodge?
I do.
All right, so you'll take a quarter of this amount of damage. At a quarter of this amount of damage, you take. I love that I have to do actual math here for a moment.
What you get for throwing a fireball at me?
You take 16 points of damage as you take that damage. A chunk of your skeletons, you had 69 skeletons and zombies. You watch as a full 20 of them will disappear in the process here. And you are down to 49.
Do they provide us any insulation from this blast?
If they can, they will also protect William.
Sure.
Sure. All right. You will take half this amount of damage then. Lady Hellblade, you and Frederick will both take 67 points of fire damage.
Ouch.
And Blakely and Nikolaus will both take 34 points of fire damage in this moment in time.
Okay.
As the delayed fireball triggers from Catastrophe's hands, Catastrophe is then going to just sort of like stand there watching what is happening, as it is still William Blakely E Galahad's turn. William Blakely, being partially restrained at this moment, looks at you in this moment of silence, and you see as William Blakely is going to, and the silence spell really sucks for me. It is truly incredible with all these little goons attacking him as well. William Blakely E Galahad is going to just slap you. I mean, what else I got, man?
He still has
really
that dagger, right?
I know. Like, I'm gonna slap you with a dagger. I'm gonna stab you.
Okay.
Just a little bitch slap as a treat.
Oh, what's your AC?
When I'm restrained? Well, I guess we both have disadvantage to everything. My AC is 14.
Okay, awesome. With disadvantage to the check, you see as William basically being so close to you manages to sort of like just like get you. He does successfully stab you. You can see that his face grows darker and darker. There's rage in his eyes as you take 4 points of piercing damage.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait,
Awesome.
how much? Did you say 14?
Four.
Oh, 4. Oh, okay.
4.
I was like, dang, he's so much stronger. Okay, cool.
My God. Yeah, that's so funny to me.
Okay.
Awesome. You then watch as the diviner Catastrophe ending the spell delayed fire blast is not an action. And you watch as puts her hands together, pulls another fireball out, and whips it into the horde of skeletons.
Rude.
Very.
Our installation's getting worse as the fireball explodes. This one, she's not targeting the rest of the party. She's just targeting Nikolaus and William Blakely Galahad and the skeletons, basically trying to clear up the skeletons as much as humanly possible. Feel free to make a dexterity saving throw, or no, we automatically fail our's. The installation's still going to trigger in this moment of time as 8d6 points of damage is triggered to the skeletons.
I just smile at Blakely.
You see that his eyes are filled with rage as he's trying to clean up what is going on here, having been in a situation he is not enjoying. 28 points of damage across the skeletons and zombies. You can have a couple of them survive, I think, is what's going to happen here. You can roll a d6 and have about that many survive. What is going on?
Out of the remaining 49?
I think so. I think that this centered blast.
But how is the blast big enough to hit that many? Is my question.
I accept that. All right, you can have you'll have 15 left.
All right, cool.
Okay, 28 points of damage to you. And
Oh, I'm
me.
down.
Okay.
No question. I had 1 hit point. I am.
Nikolaus, as you sit there, you see as the fire envelops you again, the last things you see is William Blakely E Galahad's face filled with fury staring down at you. As things go dark, you close your eyes. You have 15 of your skeletons left as Blakely's turn is over. Nikolaus, make a death saving throw.
Well, I'm down. But I think Blakely made a mistake here. Because
But if you strike me down, I shall come back more powerful.
I mean, if I'm not around to command the undead, what are they going to do? Attack the nearest living thing.
Yeah.
I got a 16 on my save, so that's 1
16,
success.
cool. Awesome.
So,
Nikolaus,
shall I start rolling some attack?
I'm going to have you make some attacks, and we're going to come back to you as we come to the end of this round.
Cool.
Awesome. As this occurs, we come to the end of the round, and Tutor, you continue climbing up. Someone else, not you, nor Lady Hellblade, can, if you would like, attempt to address the crowd.
I think this time it should be my turn. I'm standing up now.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to appeal to them that, like, we are fellow adventurers. We are union labor, and this man is management that has been trying to put us down. I'm totally going to go, like, union strong. And my roll on that was a 25.
A 25, that is gold star. You see another 20 people leave as they're like, yeah, whoa, yeah, we want reunions. We want to have representation. Woo! Yeah, get our
Union
paychecks.
makes us strong. Like, literally, I'm going to get him to start singing.
And then some other people are like, well, I don't know. We could probably have a conversation about it, I guess. Like, let's just like see what's going on here. And you see is sort of like a chunk of people of the heroes are just like, I don't want to be part of this conversation. And you see as people start to dissipate and to disband. Awesome. You have disbanded about 35 of the heroes of the realm at this moment in time. Tutor, as the shout happens here, you see as apathy has managed to sort of dissipate some of what is going on. Tutor, you see as, again, enemies are attacking you. However, I rolled with disadvantage and you managed to dodge most every attack. You will take 5 points of damage, and I'm taking into account uncanny dodge at this moment in time. Yeah. So you basically, like, you're just taking some scrapes, some damage as they are swarming you in this moment. And your heroic friends, given that you've managed to distract, they rolled a nat 20 on their resistance in this moment in time. They have managed to sort of break free and are starting to make their way towards the stage to assist you all in this moment.
Cool.
As the round comes to a close, the 6 Galahad agents, Hemlock, that are rushing over to the stage manage to get up on the stage. They go immediately into the circle, and you all hear boop, boop, and they all fall unconscious. Okay.
That's not good.
As we come to the top of the round, we're now in round 4. The ritual can
get to attack.
Ah, yes. What happens?
All right, so I figured 10 zombies and 5 skeletons are left.
Done.
That seems like a reasonable distribution. What is his armor class?
William Galahad, Blakely Galahad's armor class is 15.
Okay, so I rolled a bunch of d20s, and I'll just go through and determine, based on what I rolled, it looks like 1 zombie crit him.
Yep.
And 3 more zombies hit him, and then 2 of the skeletons hit him. So
nice.
Let's see. I will just. Would you like me to roll the damage, or do you want it to just be averaged out?
I'll take an average out.
Cool. All right. So I said And now I just completely forgot what I said.
You have 1 crit, 5 hits.
1 crit, 5 hits. Okay. So, thing about being a necromancer is that when you animate undead, they do more damage than normal undead do.
Yeah.
So, in this case, the crit did 13 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's see. Three more zombies did 9 points of damage each. So that's 27 damage.
Yep.
And then the skeletons do 5 plus 5, 10 points of damage. So that's 20 more damage.
Wow.
So a total
Dang.
of 60 points of damage to him.
Nice.
You watch. You
Oh, I'm
don't
down.
technically watch, but the rest of you see as the skeletons are just
I'm
swarming.
watching.
I like to think that he drove his dagger into my eye. And I'm
You're
lying there
actually
like, eye.
you're actually noticing that Blakely is not taking as much damage as you would expect. You see that there seems to be something upon him that he's only taken more or less magic damage at this point in time. For self-inflicted from his colleague, that he appears to have some stone skin or resistance to physical damage like this. So whilst that is a significant amount and still a lot, 27 is what he actually wound up with.
It's just small army hacking at
It's just hacking at him as you see him growing darker and darker with rage in this moment as he stands there. As you continue to hack away, superb, awesome. But you see that he's looking pretty beat up. Like he, even in this moment of getting hit with these fireballs, this rage filling him, that he's looks even more frail than ever before. Awesome. As we come to the top of the round, the ritual continues to swell. And you see as Blakely sort of getting up and like looking around and just sort of like getting hit, has locked eyes with Catastrophe and nods in her direction. And you see as Catastrophe strides over and is prepping to do something to the ritual. Lady Hellblade, it's your turn.
Well, I don't have much of a choice on what to do here, because if I keep pushing at my current HP, which is a 9, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be painful. So I'm going to use my action to lay on hands myself.
Ooh, all right.
And I'm just going to discharge that. So all 60 points.
Okay.
Which puts me at 69 HP.
Nice.
Nice, I guess.
Nice.
But yeah, that'll be what I do. And then let me see if I have anything I can do with a bonus. Nothing at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically it. It's basically all I can do at the moment. But I'll keep I'll continue to keep Frederick busy, I guess.
Yeah. So you use that, right? You continue to stay in there. Frederick shouting at you some more, again with disadvantages, making 3 attacks against you because of your foresight, making all the swings. Ooh, all right, let's check that. Okay. Swinging, striking with the blade. Again, you manage with the Holy Avenger. Block 2, but the final hit strikes into you, the blade cleaving into your abdomen. As Frederick is shouting at you, the compelled duel still continuing to trigger. Frederick is going to cast and is going to brand you with a smite. Make a Constitution saving throw.
That's an 18.
Okay. Awesome. With an 18, cool. You will pass the save. You take 16 points of damage total from this. And I would be remiss to say, make a Constitution saving throw, because I keep forgetting to force you to do this at the start of your turn.
I mean, that's an 11.
11 is just enough. You're fine. DC is 10.
I
As
didn't
you
get to do the
continue-
5. This
What?
is my first time.
Oh. Oh, you're right.
No.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, okay. Yeah, 5. There you go. Nice. Next one's 10.
Next time it's 10.
Nice.
Awesome. Frederick's swing, right, deals 16 points of damage to you. Superb.
Was any of that like it was just straight weapon damage?
Weapon damage plus holy damage from smite.
Well, because if it's radiant, I have resistance.
Oh my god.
Yep.
It is radiant damage. Wow. All right. Wow. All right. Great. Reduce that down from 16 to 12.
Okay.
Superb. Tutor, it is your turn.
Okay. isn't
Start your turn
apathy-
off with
Isn't apathy before me?
oh, apathy. Your turn.
Who am I closest to that I want to harm right now? Is Frederick closest? Is Catastrophe closest? Or like is a quick step off the stage makes William Blakely closest?
All 3 of them are actually on the stage in this moment of time.
Okay.
I would say that Catastrophe or Frederick are closer than William Lee Blakely by like 5
Okay.
feet. Yeah.
Okay.
Question, real quick. Sorry, teacher moment. When William Blakely stepped away, did that trigger attack of opportunity?
He's never walked away from the skeletons.
Oh, I thought you said he was back on stage. Okay.
He never got knocked off.
How did
Oh,
he
I see, I
escape
see.
all those grapples?
He hasn't.
He just stood up from the pile.
Oh,
that's
so
what
he
I'm
is
hearing.
still technically on the stage.
Right. Yeah. You piled him on
He's
the
just
stage. Basically,
piled
everybody's
under these creatures that are like stabbing him and punching him. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you see, like there's just like a horde of skeletons basically swarming him near the edge of the stage here, but he's still up there, and your 2 colleagues are also your 2 enemies are also up there.
Gotcha.
Okay. So, action and bonus action. Here we go.
Okay.
I am stepping toward Catastrophe just enough to like grab hold of her. Like she's gonna think it's an attack, but I'm really just touching her.
Okay.
And when I touch her, it is with Vampiric Touch,
Okay.
which does, what does it do? It does 3d6 of necrotic damage to her and heals all my damage.
Okay. You watch this as you reach out, you grab this. Catastrophe, raises a hand and says, "Come on now, leave me alone. We don't need to do this. We're employees of Galahad Corporation," and cast Counterspell. And you see as the Counterspell fizzles and fails. Right? What level is Vampiric Touch?
I have it at 3rd level.
Ooh,
No,
all right.
Yeah, because your warlock spells are 3rd level spell slots right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With her Counterspell, she manages to slap it away.
Okay. Okay, it's fine. I'm still fine. Because my bonus action, she can't do that too. And that is me empowering my tattoo to further an attack.
Oh.
So, literally just the physical proximity to her, because I only have to be within 15 feet. She takes 1d6 of force damage from my tattoo.
Ooh, all right.
And that's a bonus action. Like, that cost me nothing.
Awesome.
That cost me a lot at character creation, so I get to use it for free now.
Apathy, there's actually something going on here as your tattoo flares to life. As the counterspell triggers to negate your vampiric touch, you have Mage Slayer. She cast a spell in front of you. You may use your reaction to make a melee attack with your empowered tattoo.
Correct. That is that's where we're going.
And there are no other people around, right?
There are no other
just standing
people
next to each other.
around.
So your swashbuckler makes you be able to use your sneak attack.
Yes. So
Apathy, as you see this moment, you see like Catastrophe with a smile slaps away your spell, almost grinning as if like, ha, there's little you can do. And the blur by which your next strike comes in, what happens? What's your attack?
I mean, I'm a sneak thief, so I like put a knee in her gut
Yeah.
And then my tattoo just like wraps around her throat and takes the air out of her.
Awesome. What's your roll to hit?
My roll to hit is a 17.
17 successfully hits. And this will be with your sneak attack damage.
Yes, what is my bonus on that?
It should be 3d6.
Okay,
at your
so
level.
16 damage.
16 damage. Okay. Awesome. Catastrophe staggers back with the 16 damage in this moment in time. Superb. Tutor, it's your turn.
So in the previous rounds, after Tusher is gone, he remembers seeing Frederick act. Okay. How far away am I from the stage?
At this point,
Yeah,
you're about 120 feet away.
120. Okay. I'm gonna use my move action, bonus action to dash. Move up 60 to get close to it, and then
Before you go, make your saving throw, Constitution saving throw.
All right. Oh my God, no! That's a 1. Okay.
Tutor, in this moment, you hear, what does your swan song look like? As you're turning to move before your natural 1, what happens?
So as Tusher's Swan Song Stone activates, you see like little fluffy bees, like bumblebees, kind of like making this little hopping motion above his head in a circle. And as that occurs, his eyes get heavy and he just falls to the ground limp.
Yeah. As your eyes go heavy, you fall to the ground limp, right? Your Swan Song Stone triggering, you are unconscious, Tutor. Your turn is over. You lay high on one of the buildings, fortunately in a position where you didn't fall from the building in this moment, but you are out of the fight. Apathy, you stand there having just struck catastrophe. Hemlock, make a Constitution saving throw.
$13.
13. Successful. You manage to stay standing. You spot Tutor having just crumpled to the ground. You turning, looking around. You see that Catastrophe is fighting. Nikolaus is unconscious. What are you doing, Hemlock?
I see unconscious Nikolaus. And I know that I just feel the Necromancer versus Necromancer fight is not done. And so I cast Heal. A 6th level spell. He regains 70 hit points.
Jesus. Okay.
Nice.
And so this is just like an explosion of just like my swampy energy. So just like it shoots out as though there's just like vines and a misty smelliness just comes flying at you and poof.
Oh God, I'm like smelling mangroves. Like I
Yeah.
I have this sensory memory of a mangrove forest, and I'm like, ew, gross, but glad you're alive. I guess.
Ooh, awesome.
I'm waiting to see if Jake says it doesn't happen for some reason.
Nikolaus, your eyes open to the heel. Hemlock, you cast the spell. Nikolaus, as you sit there for a second, the sound of the skeletons and zombies clattering around you is loud around you as Blakely, staring down at you, says, "I will not be stopped." That voice ringing in your ears in this moment. The silent spell had been dissipated when Tutor went down. Hemlock, that was your action.
Yes, as a bonus action, I can move my healing goose. Who's probably got at least 1 heal left in him.
Yeah.
So, just double checking. Healing spirit.
I'm almost at full hit points, so don't.
Yeah, I'm. Because if Tutor gets health points back, he's up, right? Or is it all based on the stone now?
It is all based on the stone. This is not a health-based thing. This is like an action-based waking up.
Okay. I'm just gonna start moving the. I'm still going to move the healing spirit back to the stage and head for wherever Lady Hellblade is.
Okay. With the goose?
Yeah.
Or the goose. All right,
Yeah.
you can have the goose go and heal Lady Hellblade if you like.
I will do that. 14 points of healing.
Nice.
Ooh.
From the goose. That's the goose's last thing, so the goose is gone.
The goose disappears.
Goose now. The healing spirit was concentration based. Because I also cast the other one. Well, I'll have to. Everything resolves then. I don't have anything left. Live. And I will pop up, and I'm just kind of peeking over the stage edge, and then stay where I am.
Yeah. Bloodied, furious, angry. At the end of your turn, Hemlock, you all watch as, using 3 legendary actions, William Blakely E Galahad washes out a flood of necrotic energy. Apathy, Nikolaus, Hellblade, and Hemlock, you must make Constitution saving throws.
Sorry, I was included in that?
Yep.
Okay.
12. I don't think I succeeded.
18.
Nat 20.
Oh, nat 20.
Nice.
So the people who failed were the people who were resistant to necrotic damage.
Nat 20.
Nat 20 from Lady Hellblade.
Nice.
Lady Hellblade.
Well,
As
untouched.
the flood of necrotic energy, Nikolaus, you failed. What did you get again? Apathy?
18.
18. Cool. Apathy, you watch as this wash of necrotic energy washes out. It actually hits into Catastrophe. You see as Catastrophe takes 23 points of damage, and Nikolaus, you take half of the amount of 23, which is 12 points of damage. In this case,
I took the
Lady
brunt
Hellblade,
of it. I took the brunt of it.
Lady Hellblade, you actually watch as Frederick suffers in this moment, trying to block the wash of energy with the blade, and cowers away for a second before staring up at you as the legendary actions trigger at the end of Hemlock's turn. And William Blakely E Galahad says, "My ritual will not be stopped." Uses a bonus action to cast Misty Step.
Counterspell.
Okay. He's going to counterspell your counterspell.
Okay.
Okay. You watch as he appears on the ritual circle out of your skeleton's horde in this moment. And he is going to make a knowledge check to attempt to... no, he can use just a straight action to trigger the ritual in this moment in
Did he
time.
already use an action to do that necrotic burst, or was that a legendary?
That was a legendary action.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You watch as he grabs 2 Galahad agents and shoves their bodies into the ground. They seem to dissipate into dust and muck for a moment, forming into the ritual, and you see the souls drift up and pull themselves back down through arcane measures. And you see as the circle begins to flare to life, he points to Catastrophe, who's standing next to you, Lady Apathy. Catastrophe, sort of almost under control and rigidity. Blakely says, "Sacrifice 2 more, now!" And Catastrophe pushes past you. You may make an attack of opportunity if you would like. No, you do not have the ability. You don't have a reaction.
Okay.
Because you already made one.
Yep. You see as Catastrophe pushes past you and shoves 2 more bodies down.
Okay, hold on. Is that a reaction from Catastrophe? Because she did a reaction as well. That was the counterspell that provoked the opportunity attack.
Right.
Just checking.
No, this is yeah. Catastrophe goes on the same turn
Okay,
as
so
William
this is her
Blakely
turn now.
Galahad. So it's an
Okay,
extra
cool.
action. Yeah.
Just making sure I know.
Great check on that though.
I'm just trying not to die. That's what's
Yeah,
happening.
no, I totally, for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
Save me, rules. Save me.
Save me. Okay. The ritual is prepared. You see that it's becoming empowered. Again, it is a challenging role for Blakely. And Nikolaus, as you turning, you see that Blakely, at the initiative count of 20, will be attempting to finish this ritual. Nikolaus, it is your turn.
Grab him. I instruct the undead with my bonus action.
Okay. Cool. The skeletons all and zombies jump, diving onto William Blakely E Galahad, starting to grab and pin him. We don't even need to make a roll. There are enough rolls here that he rolled low enough that doesn't really matter as he's starting to get restrained and grappled.
Okay.
What are you going to do?
So would you say he's restrained now?
I will say that he's restrained.
So when you're restrained, you automatically fail dexterity saving throws, right?
Yep.
I cast Disintegrate on him.
Excuse me?
I cast Disintegrate on him.
I don't like that. I just was hoping you didn't say that.
Well, that's what I said.
Okay.
Yes. How many people have always wanted to disintegrate their boss?
Deal your damage.
Hey. Okay, I guess it's gonna make me put this in manually because for some reason it's not picking up the all right, let's see. Here we go. Okay, 75 force damage.
Nice.
Okay. Nicholas, do you say anything?
This is my resignation.
No,
I quit.
Echoing the same lines as Lady Hellblade, you say these words, reaching your hand out, the green beam of light shooting out. You see as Blakely almost being hamstrung, held up, the beam swings forward as Blakely says, "You do not resign, I terminate." And you see as the beam hits his chest for a second. He had 4 HP left when you cast the spell.
Yeah.
So I don't think we have to debate a lot about what happens necessarily. As you watch the beam hitting into Blakely, you are no better than I. None of you are. None of you. And then dust in this moment.
Except for any magic items he was carrying. Those just fall down to the ground.
All the magic items fall to the ground. You see a portable hole and a bag of holding fall to the ground as well.
Keep those away from each other.
As ash just sort of like ash and dust sort of just clatters and drifts up into the air.
Nobody inhale that. Toxic.
Get a sample.
Nikolaus, your action is to cast that. Your bonus action was to direct.
Right, I'm done.
As William Blakely E Galahad dissipates, you see a number of things happen. The runes on Catastrophe's head and on others fade as well. The mastermind of many arcane effects that were happening over the course of this event has vanished. You see as combat's more or less concluding in this moment. But I need at the end of the initiative count for someone to make a persuasion to the crowd. And I believe Hemlock might be the last one.
I have to like scramble up on top of the stage, and so like just like
I'll like help you up.
Flip her up. Yeah.
Because I'm standing here like full hit points. Nobody even touched me. Like I'm fine.
It's so good to see you again. And then as I scramble up and I kind of turn around and I look over at everybody and I'm just like, fellow heroes of the realm, we are here today to put an end to management. And then I'm just gonna use a little bit of like my druid magic. And I just want to use like Druidcraft to just have an explosion of little like firebug lights everywhere. And then I want to try to direct them over to Tucher, to wherever he is, so that as soon as his eyes open, it's just like a little explosion of beautiful firefly lights.
Tutor, the mastermind of the Swan Song Stone's dead. You also can open your eyes to these fireworks exploding.
Yeah, I open my eyes feeling well rested, waking up as if from like a very nice lingering dream that I was having, to see these fireworks in the sky. And I push myself up, and then I see my friends there on the stage. And I yell to them, "Did we do it? Is it
No
over?
more meetings! No more meetings!
No more meetings!"
Yes, more meetings. More meetings.
I mean, you realize the amount of paperwork this is probably going to involve, right?
We're not putting ourselves out of a job. I'm gonna go sit at Blakely's desk, and we're gonna restructure this company as a employee co-op.
Lady Hellblade,
in this two of us did resign.
In this brief moment, Lady Hellblade, Frederick has paused the attack for a moment. And Lady Hellblade, with your future sight, you see that Frederick is about to ask you to let him leave. To duel again another day.
I'm going to, before he says anything, I'm going to look at him. I'm going to lower my sword and offer him a hand. And I'm going to say, "You could still be a hero. Stay."
Can I hear this?
Yep.
Are they close enough to me? I'm gonna get his attention. Hey, Freddie. If you ever want a job, let's have a chat.
In these moments in time, as you say this, there's like a pause. Frederick attacks 3 times. Frederick was empowered, and Frederick hit twice over the course of this entire encounter. And you see that you are looking at a man whose entire identity is based upon the idea that he benches 220, and yet has failed miserably to really define anything else about himself in this moment. And you see him, like both of you, this wild moment of being like, okay, there's an opportunity for me to make an identity for myself. And with a sense of humility that maybe belies him, he sheepishly nods and backs off of the stage. As we come to the end, you hear as people kind of rallying around this call. I would like Rue to, for you, Hemlock, to make a persuasion check or performance. And Nikolaus, I'd like you to make an Arcana check.
11.
11. Yeah.
Natural 20.
A natural 20.
That's a 25 then.
While people rally, some of which are just sort of like, oh, was that the adventure? Ugh, that wasn't that fun. Ugh, I'm going home. Other people are like, I skipped like hanging out with my friends for this and sort of just left as well. Your 11's not like grabbed everybody, but it has grabbed a chunk of people. Some people would not go on adventure again. Others are like, that was the greatest adventure of all time, as they were fighting. And you see that you've successfully prevented the deaths of Lady of Steel, Emerald Candle, and Cloak Marauder as well. They all turn and look up at you, Tucher, and you, Hemlock, being the primary architects of their protection. And Apathy, as we conclude our session tonight, you see Nikolaus doing something. Nikolaus, with a natural 20 on your Arcana check, you can choose to succeed in this. The DC was actually based upon the number of souls sacrificed was 28. But with a natural 20, and we honor natural 20s here, you can successfully trigger this ritual. And Apathy, you see Nikolaus. As we conclude our session tonight, I would like to focus in for a moment on the interaction between these two. What happens?
So Nikolaus is looking at this ritual as though fate has led him to this moment. It's primed for him. All the power is there.
Want to tell me what you're doing?
Could have it all.
Is what you have now isn't enough? I think you're doing fine.
He's gonna glance over his shoulder and see Lady Hellblade all lit up in this glorious light again. I'm gonna look back at Apathy. And then he's gonna reach up and he's gonna pull out his eye, which is a fake eye. It's Earsat's eye. And there's this little shard of ice stuck in it. And he says, I think I do. And then he doesn't activate the ritual. He frees the souls to go back to the bodies, as many of them as we can save.
Okay. The ritual.
All right. I'm gonna give him a little tiny kiss on like the brow of the eye that has the shard of ice in it.
With the singular
down to Hemlock. That doesn't mean anything.
You owe me gold.
With the fireworks of the fireflies surrounding you, Catastrophe going, I had the worst dream possible. I had a dream that I got punched. Oh, I did get punched in the gut by you, Apathy. Jeez. As the ritual has been negated, William Blakely E Galahad disintegrated, not just defeated.
Turned into a fine dust.
And the heroes of the realm, placated for now. Our heroes find themselves standing, and it is 6:30 in the morning. And as dawn rises this day, you all are faced with an inevitable future question. Are you going to restructure this company? Are you going to keep up the charade? And what's next for our world and the world of heroes and villains?
Hey.
And with that being said, final words, Apathy?
Come on. It's a work day. Gotta get to the office.
Okay. You all get a boop, boop, and it says on your little swan song stones that still function as communicators, right? Except for you, Apathy. You do see, you do see that it all says it's a work day, and you see a message from Aspen Clambroth, union representative, saying, "It's payday, everybody!"
Yeah.
And we will conclude our adventure there.
Drinks?
With you all defeating.
Nicholas
Happy
blocked
hour.
out Aspen's message and just walked over toward Apathy, but it all fades to black before.
Here we go. No,
we see what
I'll like
happens.
take Nicholas by the hand and literally I'm going straight to Galahad's office. That's my office now. You girls in charge only don't want to be in charge, so that's the point. We are going to restructure this company as a worker-owned co-op. We're going to catalog all of the magical items that I don't care about, make sure that all the employees have access to them, fair pay, not for profit.
All of this we can define at all of this we can define at another time. But thank you everybody for hanging out this evening for our conclusion of Villains Wanted. Truly the most wild and probably smoothest way that combat probably could have played out for our fair heroes here. But thanks for hanging out, gang. What a blast. What a successful sound defeat of your foe. And we'll see what happens next time we all connect. We'll have an opportunity to maybe answer questions or kind of determine how things all played out and answer any questions you all have. But I was Jake Hipsch. It was such a pleasure to play with you all. Such a treat. And I invite you all to just sound off one more time, and then we'll close things out and pass things to you, Yang Yang.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Yang Yang Wang. Final quick reminder to enter the Relics of Ruin audiobook giveaway. Use the command ! ticket to enter. I just want to say thank you to my fellow players. This has been just a delight to play in, and I just loved seeing all the characters do their thing and also like inhabit their fake villain personas. And thank you so much, Jake, for just like incredible DMing. You just keep track of so many things so well and just integrate them into the moments so well. I marvel at it. I admire it. So
Thank you.
Roz.
Oh, thank you so much. I've been Hemlock, your platypus druid, and it has been such an amazing adventure. I want to thank everybody and thank the Dungeon Scrawlers for having me. Thank you, Jake. I just had such a blast. I'm over here from Questkeep. You can check us out. We stream on Tuesdays, and we're on YouTube and all the other places. And I will pass it over to Amanda.
I've been Amanda Cherry. Tonight I've been playing Apathy, who doesn't care except when she does. My big news is that I had a book go live for pre-order yesterday. So Amanda Cherry, you can find it on Barnes & Noble, The Big River, all the major retailers, book called Dawn Calamity. It took me 13 years to write and even longer to sell. So check it out. I'm very excited about that. And yeah, you can find me here on the Dungeon Scrawlers channel. I play in the Grey Mantle game with Eric and Allie. And yeah, online I'm at Manda the Ginger on Twitter and TikTok, and thegingervillain.com. I believe it's Allie's turn to talk.
Hi, I am Alexander Pitchford. I am a writer, game designer, and TTRPG streamer, as I said at the top of the show. If you need to find me, you can find me on Twitter at Lexi Phoenix, and you can find me on patreon.com at patreon.com/Alexander Pitchford, where you can find some of my short stories, some of my other little writings and dabblings, and a dollar gets you access to the entire back catalog, so it's worth a shot. Take a look. There's some good stuff on there, including the two sci-fi short stories I wrote for various anthologies from Outland Entertainment. So they are worth a check out, because that made sense.
I have been Eric Scott B, Nicolaus, the Necromancer, and thank you so much, Jake, for this game. Thank you for playing, Roz, and thanks to Manda and Allie and to Yang Yang for all of our wonderful story. I mean, this game was about heroism and villainy and the substantial gray area between those. But good one, which is what real fantasy is all about. And I really like how this worked out. Thank you all. You could find my work under my name on Amazon. I have a book coming out pretty soon called Public Enemy. It's the second novel in my Justice Vengeance series that's coming out in June, a superhero series. Not about necromancers, but there might be some like undead in the book. You never know. And I want to give a shout out to our Discord server. You should join and talk about this game and other games and all kinds of stuff geek related. We are also playing host to the thriving Writing About Dragons and Shit podcast, which is wonderful, excellent. You should check it out. It has B. Dave Walters, Aaron M. Evans, and I think Trevor Bettis is on that one as well. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you should definitely check that out. And we are the premier fan base for that if you come on our Discord. Otherwise, thank you for coming with us on this. I think we're planning to have kind of a debrief sort of session where we talk about it a little bit in the future. So
AKA next week.
AKA next week. So be ready for that. And we have some cool stuff coming up from the Scrawlers in the future. So
AKA
stay
Steven's
tuned.
game.
AKA Steven's game, which Yang Yang and I have played in, sort of. We'll see. I'm sure this is going to be a little bit different, but we got this lined up. It's going to be great. So don't go away. Tune back in. Come visit us next time. And until then,
wait. I'm closing the giveaway and choosing 3 winners.
Oh.
The first winner is going to be Cruciferous Kale.
Hey!
The second winner
Kale
is going to be Alzeniment. The third one is Toy for Fun 85. Congratulations!
Hey, Toy, nice.
Yes, I will message you. I'll DM you on Twitch with instructions on how to get your free audiobook. Congratulations.
That is going to be a great book you are going to enjoy. greatly. So until next time, stay scrawly.
Yeah. Thanks, gang. Bye.